Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Unity of Command 2. I'm here with the second mission, which is going to be Army Group South. It's June 22nd, 1941. The Red Army has chosen to concentrate its largest striking power south of the Pripet Marshes. On paper, Army Group South will face some 3,700 Soviet tanks. In practice, the Red Army lacks the capability to keep these forces maintained and coordinated in action. Still, the German armies in this sector faced the toughest task in Operation Barbarossa. Let's take a look and see if we can make this work here. Intelligence reports a major Russian troop concentration in the Lvov area. Bypass this by striking directly east across the Bug River towards Rovne and Zhytomyr. You can expect tank counterattacks in this area, so it will be vital to move supporting infantry up as quickly as possible to protect supply lines to your spearheads. We have Przemysl crossing turn 1, Dubno turn 2, and Rovne turn 3. Lvov turn 5, and then road to Kiev turn 9, Zhytomyr turn 8, and Proskurov turn 9. So the way we're going to have to do it is, I guess, cross the river. We cannot build pontoon bridges because of the Panzer Group's placement. Let's start here. I would still need to buy one for them, but if I want to buy another recon, that's already 40 plus 30 is 70, so I cannot buy anything extra. There we go. And there. I don't need any more for now. Move the armor group forward. Also get a bunch of reinforcements here, so that's pretty useful. And let's get started. So getting this as top priority. Let's reduce the fort at least. Okay. 100% retreat, so that's good. And that adds pioneers, also quite useful. And now move you. I can not really do a whole lot here. We'll see. Okay. That didn't do anything. Alright, well, I guess at least they retreated. This is as far as you go, either way. They can still cross as well. What can I destroy? So currently, I mean, I have one per turn, so I can't do everything at the same time anyway. Yeah, let's just wait for a bit. So first of all, I want to move the motorized units for sure. Okay. Problem for the infantry is that their position is precarious at best. Like if I move them here, they can probably already attack. Like, this is too close. I actually even think this already might be too close. I actually don't want to lose any steps on them. But if I go in here, I might be able to cut this off. Or not. Wow. No need to go in here, although if... no. They will certainly move. Panzer Group 1 is across. You guys could benefit from crossing as well. You cannot move. I can remove this. And you should kindly stay there. This will probably hurt. Just running into these tanks is just no good. It's probably already on 0-2 or worse. No, not yet. Okay. I need to get to Lvov and technically I can destroy this bridge currently. They might try to repair it. Well, we'll have to see. I don't think it's necessarily useful to do that on this turn. If I do it on... Because I can probably not cut them off this turn anyway. Okay. So instead of 4... I'm kind of just getting only half. I mean, I think if I destroy this, that will also be cut off, because... Yeah, the enemy doesn't get supply from there. Right? I think it would be... If there's supplies... Yeah, okay. Although, if I... One thing... I could technically try and move up in there, and then if that actually succeeds, then I would cut this off anyway. Ugh. Let's go in here then. That should provide then some protection. And the units in here at least are cut off. Unfortunately not these with the T-34s. So... Well, they have recon actually, so... Okay, so I'll have to deal with these guys for one turn. With these probably longer. Being in the city is probably safe enough, but that's about it. Thing is, I also need to move down besides in order to cut off. If I destroyed that there, I also still kind of need to move down towards Tarnopol. And destroying the bridge might be interesting, but they still get supplies from there. So it doesn't help. Attacking once at least probably will. And then I'm just kind of leaving it at that. Because otherwise it'll just flat out get destroyed, I'm sure. Probably neither of these units will be in supply on the next turn. Let's deploy the reserves. I could actually Like, these are kind of stuck, so I'm not gonna get cut off there anyway. What I could try to do... What if I move up only here? That's just as bad. Okay. I mean, they get their supplies from the rail from down here, so regardless of what I do, there will always be supplies through here, unless I actually go down and then circle them. So it is also somewhat of a priority to actually do that. One... No. If they cannot get into Brody, I don't think it's... gonna be worth doing anything with it. It's just too dangerous at that point. However, with the current setup, no, this is 3. They're very likely to still lose some at that point as well. Question is, what am I gonna do then? Because the AI... Well, you're at the very least gonna go in there. I also don't think moving these units further is going to be beneficial. If they are going to attack, then the only things that I can really kind of protect are these two at the moment. I wouldn't feel too bad about putting you here. Does create some space up here, although I also feel like they might, you know, heavily maul one of my infantry units. They're likely gonna find here. You, unfortunately, also have to stay here. Does moving up 1 hex help? It does not. Because moving them in here already means that they're very likely going to be cut off. I don't think that's a good idea. I kind of missed that light unit. That's about it, I think. Let's go everyone again quickly. Well, we can. It's actually a bit of a shame because the light division can move a lot further. And I kind of messed up moving this way here. Because the light division has a lot more potential to cut off the units at Lvov. Whereas now I need to get a unit here and then destroy this on the next turn. But it does mean I get to destroy something on this turn. Now, if we look at the Soviet side, their tanks are in supply through this as well. So that doesn't help. But if I also cannot destroy that because no, they would be out of supply for one turn. Is it that important? I would actually like to keep that like this. But I would still need to destroy some anyway. To the enemy on turn 4. You know what? That actually doesn't help. I can destroy this for now or for this turn. And then at least it's a problem for units here. That's something. And that's, I guess, what I'll have to live with for the moment. Let's actually just try. I know that it's very dangerous at this stage. Still cannot get in there, huh? Just not a fan. But keeping them there is also certainly not something that I can do. Okay, so I actually cannot move them anymore. Well, let's move you back and just hope they're not gonna go for these. That's just kind of all I can ask for. It's not great. Okay, yeah. Okay, these are no longer a problem. Let's start here. This is the only real attack they can make. besides anything else, they kind of have to do that. And I'll leave them in there. Okay. Now, I did talk about how I need to cut this rail line. And then this one there. But can you go here? Yes, you can. Okay. Because you cannot go through there, that's the thing. Yeah. It's real close, but not quite. Come on, man. Really? And now you gotta fill the 90% and you cannot get there? Sometimes this game just does everything possible in order to get into your way. So how does this benefit me? Okay, so I can actually move in there. Get a 10% retreat chance. Oh. So for all intents and purposes, I can forget about getting the objective now. Simply just for not getting the overrun already. I mean, this game can be insanely brutal like that sometimes. Do I have anything that can potentially do something about that? Not really. This, the only thing I can do is attack here. Hope for 30. That was insanely expensive and totally not worth it as well. But okay. Well, I guess that did do the job. What is your retreat chance? 50. Okay. Then I need to destroy this. And these units are cut off. Or actually, all the units in this area are now cut off. It's, I guess, better to say. And these guys too. So they'll be a nuisance for one more turn. And they very likely will. Attacking them this way is no good. Might just as well do that. They're still gonna hurt, I'm sure. How worth it will it be to take Snoop off 1 strength point? Probably not too worth it. Right. Well, I still need to press on. Yeah. And spend some points this way at least as well. Let's deploy these, and they can also start moving. I don't really see them taking this Army Group South with anything at this point. One of the major hurdles, I would say, is actually the railroad. Because these are all out of supply. And this one is already at 5. So currently I can't really go any further from that. Technically, yeah, there's not a whole lot that I can do to get many of these guys back in supply. Definitely not this turn. Very likely not next turn either. I can start with trying to beat some of these units or start slapping them around. In order to try and start getting some sense into it. To be honest, I didn't probably want to save the Heinkel 111. Or do I want to use it this turn already? Or this mission? No, let's keep it. Let's go. I'm just not sure whether these guys would go and attack my unit in Ravna. There's no reason to do that, at least, but they might feel powerful enough to actually do that. I don't think pontoon bridges are going to help anybody now. One thing I could do is put counterattack on you. Let's see. They went for the other one. Well, It was hard to guess anyway, and I'd rather have them go after that. This is actually quite to my benefit that they are doing this. Because it means that I can cut them off a lot more easily. Oh. Well. It's turn 4. I do still have another turn. It's not critical. Let's start with the cavalry. And they even destroyed that, huh? Well, I'll have to see how long I can keep those guys out there. This border unit will not be here for another turn. There's no reason to attack with them, although the same applies for those units. The Slovak unit will actually be here for a while. Or at least for one more mission, so they can get some experience. Okay, it's a bit too dangerous to attack with them still. And you can still just do suppression and move along the line. None of these enemy units will be able to attack on the next turn anyway. So any steps that I can get in at the moment, I guess it'll be okay. As long as I... Well, one of the most important things is to get this rail line up and going after this. So I want to grab as much of that rail line as possible. Well, next turn also grabbing Lvov. Especially because these guys are gonna be in a bit of a pickle either way. Yep. When I saw that 0-2, I was already thinking that this is just not gonna be good. Let's use you and maybe... the thing is, I kind of want to take that. Interesting. Well, the thing is that currently we'll do that, and that does create another pocket here, so they will not be able to attack. They still have these, and these. But if I can somewhat eliminate the threat there. With if the odds are a 4, I'm feeling a lot better, but with odds 3, that is still very dangerous. These guys can also cut off whatever they feel like. Hey. Alright, let's try to get that last one on the next turn too, so then I can take Lvov, take this. These forces are toast. Still have to deal with these, obviously. Now, interestingly enough, I can go here, attack their most powerful unit, which is them. And continue along. And if there's anything that I want to do, it is beat this unit as well. What I can do here, but I'm not overwhelmingly pleased. Just kinda have to do that. Just to make sure we'll be able to get rid of these, although they don't seem to be moving much either at this stage. The enemy can just practically cut off almost all my units. That's one thing that's a bit of a problem. They will not be in trouble on the next turn, but I cannot cannot deal with those guys well. Let's just at least beat the units where I can defeat them, because at the very least it will help in... Why are they not defending it? That is weird. Very surprising. And I'm happy to attack. What can I possibly do to make things more difficult for the AI? I think I might just keep it. One problem though. Well, one thing I can do is at least attack. And I can skip over with all of these. I'm actually gonna block them. They can only move 1 hex and that's it. So it's actually not that big of a deal. Now you can go here. Here. So that you can go in there. If we... Yeah, these can't attack, so that's not an issue there. So now going through here, we are not really fine. If they want to go in here, I guess I'm gonna allow it. Since I do need to move forward anyway, and I'm banking on being able to get this, so I can surge forward and deal with the enemy units later. Okay. So they also still have substantial forces in this middle area. I might be able to deal with that soon. if I can make sure that the enemy gets cut off from supplies again. But with this at 2, there's not much I can do about it for now. No, that actually does not help. Okay, let's see what the enemy has in store for me. The entire southwestern front is gone though, so they cannot actually swap around any of their depots and things like that. That was it? Wow. Seriously, they did not do anything except move. Wow, okay. I mean, I'm not one to complain. If I'm gonna attack with these though, I want an 0-3. With them though, I think it's fine to have an 0-2 here. With 4, is this 5 though? Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to lose anything anyway. Yeah. Okay. Another thing that's very important to get. Well, let's just attack this first. Ow. Didn't get the 70%. Okay. Kill them. You can only move in there, so that's not really... Oh. Not really a thing. Let's kill them. So the one that does need to be beaten now is this. Okay, well, that's almost what I wanted. Okay, so they also died. Let's take this. You in here. Can they move in this hex in one go? No, they can't. Okay. Okay, so from there, having encircled these guys, I need to move in here. And I'll probably remove all of these trucks this turn. None of the units here can attack, so I can marginally safely do that. Of course. Right, well, the first goal is to go in there. I can't attack either of them, apparently. We do know that they have... that this is a bit of a problem. Now, the supplies are now running through here, but these guys are... well, they're going to be part of the problem. They will be cut off for 2 turns, but are still going to pose a major threat, just like the tanks. And they're going to give me serious supply issues. Jeez. Give me a break. I get that even on a 4 roll, you can still get the losses, but that's just harsh. Okay, we know they are there. So at this point, I can actually destroy it. And now these are out of supplies too. So if they want to do anything funny, that is not going to work. And yeah, I'll see. At the very least, I can keep most of them on veteran experience. I really should have moved them before doing anything else. Wow. They lose all of it immediately. Which is also not ideal. At this rate, though, this turn I will desperately try to maintain the rail hacks. I don't care if they take that back now. They will take an entire turn moving in there. Let's move you up through here. Oh. Would have expected that. The thing that I want is to cut off Proskurov. That's the goal. To cut it off from the rail, which did succeed now. So that's good. That would allow me to take a turn 9. Because that should then already no longer give me any trouble. Which leads to the, I guess, final difficult things. But we do have... some positives. And the fact that they didn't move that much last turn might also be an indication that we're gonna be in for. A bit of a treat next turn. Down here, though, shouldn't be forgotten. They have to go back. These guys can actually be beefed up quite nicely, but can really only do that if I'm careful. And there is a lot that depends on this, so. One thing I can also do though is remove these. Move the army group south. They'll cut them off there. That much is pretty much guaranteed, but on the next turn I should be capable. Okay, let's see. That's fine. Okay. Pretty good. That will work out quite nicely then. Now that I will have control of all that, I can start working on these last units. I'm not sure whether I'll get supply in that particular hex. I don't. I can get them across on the next turn and then they'll be fine. Alright, you have regular. Let's attack them first so that they're weaker, and you guys have a better chance of getting the overrun, which they need so they can get more kills. And now at least I can also clear out the pocket for a pretty big portion at least already. Clearing out the tanks also has priority. Ideally, I'll also do this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for the set piece attack right now. Nothing else. I'm actually surprised that they didn't move. But you don't hear me complaining about it. Now, I actually want to move with these guys forward, and I'll leave this behind because I need to take Proskurov. So I quite desire finishing off these units. However, I do find it equally important to deal with these other things. No overrun, but if only they could have still taken that, that would have been great. I suppose I can already resupply them now. That's not too bad. Then I'll take those. Those things on the next turn. Okay, let's move back then. So this is a 4. Four can still take losses, so I'd rather not. Well, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. This is a 3. Also a 3. Might just as well attack here. Ow. And let's take those. There and there. These guys can take care of that. They are not a danger to the supply line. 210, 200, 220. I guess the tanks there are most dangerous when it comes to taking the supplies. Yeah, that's a pile of horse dung. Come on, man. Taking Zhytomyr by turn 8. How am I gonna achieve that now? Just unbelievable how poor this attack is. It's just insane. I guess what I need to do these guys, like this is 6, you'll be able to move 7 and then take Proskurov on turn 8. That's not gonna be an issue. What I'm gonna do though is if I put this here, it's a bit of a weird location. No, I would have to put it in here. Yeah, exactly. So they still benefit while moving like this, and then either way, I'm gonna be able to deal with that. Okay. block this again. And this and this is now taken. There's also no reason I should be doing anything else here. And that's it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, that actually cuts that off? Wow. Okay, well... let's take all of those, and there are quite a few units that need to get to a rail line somewhere at this point. It is physically impossible for them to get across, huh? How crazy is that? What if I put this here? So I kinda am forced to do that to keep the unit alive. That's a bit silly, but okay. Nothing to be done about it at this stage. Mm-hmm. So let's keep going here with these. At this point, I'll leave them there. My main concern, I guess now... Nope. Is maintain control of this. They put that there, that's convenient. What I'll do then is I guess I'll make sure that all of these will be supplied. That overrun is an interesting proposition. But that's not actually something... This is a 3. Oh, I already cannot take it back. Well, let's hit them up then. Let's let's take a look. It's a green unit. So I should be able to beat them. And seriously. So now I need another tank battle. And on top of that, they are going to take my my supplies again. Unless these guys don't move at all. That could be a thing. Next turn, at least I'll be able to beat these, and I will keep this rail line going at that point. Although technically this rail line is also active. So that should also be to my benefit. Now, the real question too is, how far am I gonna go? Maybe it will be to my benefit to also move you here. This is the last unit in the sector, so if I can, well, I do need to get that rail line going up there as well. But that should be manageable. None of these guys really have anything to do at this stage, so the only objective for them is to make sure that they get in supply. How is this doing? These I just have to keep this there just in case they don't move. Okay, I have the other one. It's fine. It's fine. You're already elite, you're a veteran. Take Proskurov. I don't want any trouble from any of these. So, let's kill them. Okay. And I guess defeating these guys also does go over taking the stragglers, at least for this turn. I do feel that is more important. Now, take this, move up. Let's get you guys in supply. Now that they're back in supply, I can move in through here. One thing I guess maybe that's worth exploring is whether I can take a few more stragglers with them, wherever they are. That is, I guess, always worth exploring, I think. Okay, sweet. I have the railroad. So the railroad is no longer going to be a problem. Let's cancel that, because maybe, yeah, they could go up. Alright. Really? 1-1? Okay. Let's take the road to Kiev, and I have 200 prestige now. Specialized river crossing. Well, I want to upgrade Panzer Group 1, so let's go for the extra point on them. A road to Kiev is not a hold objective either. Yeah, so that's sweet. Which also means that you can cut off Korsten, because I only need to hold Zhytomyr and Proskurov at this stage. As long as I keep unit in here, we'll be fine. And I don't specifically have to worry overly much. Yeah, like I said, it's not a holding objective, so I don't really see why I would go out of my way. And it also means that I'll use these to take this. I can use these units to grab the remaining stragglers in that area. I should make sure these guys are in supply here. Do you think I got all of them? I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Let's continue. They have a lot more there. Interestingly enough, take Stanislavov. Take these hexes for whatever reason, just because we can. I have no clue what they're trying to do. Interestingly enough, we have 12 turns to clear the map. And I don't think... Look, after taking all these objectives, why do we have so much time left? That's just, I guess, kind of weird. There is only the unit at Korsten. Even at a 4, I can still just wait. Yeah. You'll probably be in supply. And there's yet another one. Interesting. Okay, let's remove this one, or at least to some extent. Or no, could they miss it? Probably. You can't, however. So this should do the trick. They're in supply. I'll get some supplies going there. But most of the stuff that I'm doing now is for the points, so. Well, actually, everything I'm doing now is for the points. Okay. I have to say that's a bit weird. They're veteran, they're higher. Take course then. And they can just go and wait. Let's dump one here. So that at the very least all the units down here will be in supply too. So we got Kamenets Podolsky and I do dare say that I don't think there's going to be anything else anymore. So yeah, I can just end the turn here, or end the mission. Alright. That was it. We got all primary objectives. We're back. We did lose quite a bit here, 3%. Score 608. This is a pretty tough mission in the sense that the enemy does hit very hard and you have to be super careful. I lost 2 specialist steps just to take the objectives on time. Like, I had to beat them at Ravna, and just in general you're expected to actually lose quite a bit, I think, in this mission, having to play so aggressively. Especially because you're moving towards Dubna and Ravna, which is just something that you don't really want to do. You want to encircle Lvov, but by forcing you towards Dubno and Ravna, the game forces you to get into a tank battle, which is just outright not great. We lost quite a few specialist steps. No armored steps at least, but 6 regular ones as well. Either way, that leaves us with Heeresgruppe Süd for the next episode. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, and bye-bye.